Had waves that were 40 feet high.
Homes in this neighborhood off of Staples Mill Road stand nearly 9,000 miles from the Philippine Sea.
The destroyer was plenty nimble.
But to the man who lives in this house,
It was terrible. It was terrible.
the water feels so close, he can almost taste it.
I didn't do much sleeping that night. I tell the world that. When I shipped out to go, I was on the USS Hoel.
On October 25, 1944, during the Battle of Leyte Gulf, the USS Hoel is pummeled by superior Japanese forces.
Our 40 millimeters were knocked out.
The destroyer sits dead in the water.
We were doing the best we could.
Walter's ship was sinking, and men were dying all around him.
And he took the shot, and the flesh from the wound fell on my shoe.
The farm boy from Virginia has a decision: stay on the crippled ship or leap into the ocean.
But I found a half a life jacket, and I put that on, and I made out on my own. I jumped off at the bow of the ship.
The teen who can't swim claws for air until a shipmate pulls him to a raft.
Less than 10 minutes after I jumped ship, the hole was gone. And I looked back, and it was all gone.
But Mr. Gammon's situation goes from bad to worse.
I felt like I'd lost my home, and I lost a few friends I had made.
Survivors expect to be saved that morning.
Everything was quiet.
But rescuers don't come.
We were out there all night.
The sailors are floating on open waters alone.
I did everything I could to help the ones on the raft.
Hours turn to days with little fresh water and no food.
I saw that guy drinking that seawater. I knew he wasn't going to make it. He was delirious. He just lost it, you know.
One injured crew member dies in Walter's arms.
They took his life jacket off and said a few words, and over the side he went. Shark was eating him for a night.
Finally, on the morning of the third day, salvation.
55 of us survivors on 3 lifeboats.
American ships pluck Mr. Gammon and a few dozen battered sailors from the sea.
All I could think of was, I'm going home. I survived. I'm going home.
253 members of the Hoel's crew perish.
And it was remarkable that anybody was saved.
Walter earns a Purple Heart, and the crew awarded a Presidential Unit Citation.
I think I was more scared than brave.
After the war, Walter returns to Virginia, marries, and has children, and worked for RF&P Railroad for more than 30 years.
I knew by having faith that I had a chance.
96-year-old Walter Gammon, the last known survivor of the sinking of the USS Hoel.
I feel terrible every day, but it's nothing I could do, and I just tried to make the best of it.
77 years later, memories of his struggle to stay alive and that distant ocean still wash over him.
Every day alive, every day.
The Battle of Leyte Gulf and the demise of the USS Hoel is detailed in the book, The Last of the Tin Can Sailors. Bravery must run in Walter Gammon's family. His older brother Archer earned the Congressional Medal of Honor at the Battle of the Bulge. For Heroes Among Us, I'm Greg McQuaid, CBS 6 News.
He knew by having faith